Every time we were putting this show together, and my producers kept saying, "You got to tell the rickshaw story." I said, "I can't tell the rickshaw story." They said, "You got to tell the rickshaw story." So here's the rickshaw story. Y'all know what a rickshaw is? That's politically incorrect too. A little Chinaman, you know, remember on Bonanza, he pulled that little rickshaw. Anyway, here I'm going to end with these two dirty stories, and then I'm going to run fast as I can so y'all can't get me. I did the Leicester Square Playhouse in London, and for 5 nights I was treated like royalty. I would have tea of the Earl Grey variety. You know, they call cookies biscuits, you know, and I didn't know what a schedule was. She told me, "You have your schedule." And I said, "My what?" "Your schedule." They say it's schedule. They say it's all. My schedule, it was just, you know, I couldn't believe it. People had to pinch me. And I would have biscuits from Fortnum and Mason. Well, my 5th night, I did 5 nights, packed house, and they love storytelling. Oh, it's an art. And they're real quiet. But once you get them, oh, honey, you get them. And I loved it. I loved it. I could live here. I've always lamented the loss of the South that I grew up in. I go home and it's strip malls and meth labs. And the best you can count on is a trip to the Walmart with your mama. And other than that, it's gone. It's completely gone. It's the mauling of America. It's Waffle Houses, and I don't recognize anything. So I got over to London, and I don't know what I felt. Please, thank you. You know, they would come up and say, "We don't mean to intrude, but you play on the telly," because Will and Grace was playing over there, and everybody I just felt like it was the old South. I thought I could live here. This is amazing. So the 5th night, I take my bow to thunderous applause, and Miss Joan Collins is due in 2 days. No. So that whole week, I mean, before I went on stage, they brushed me. Oh yeah, brush some more, yeah. And so I bowed, and I'm trying to get everything together, get out of my dressing room, and it's like I'm dog shit. I can't get anybody to help me. I said, "Listen, I've got to get, it's pouring rain. I've got to at least get a taxi." "Well, I'm going to send somebody around. I've got to do something concerning Miss Collins, but I'll send someone around. Miss Collins, well, fuck Miss Collins. I've got to get home." So I went out in the alley all by myself, and there was a rickshaw. You know, they call them pedicabs now, pedicabs. And they have plastic covering over there on them because it rains so much. And I thought, I could see that the boy through the rain that pulled the pedicab must have got in the cab to get out of the weather. So I unzipped it and I opened it to get in, and he startled him and he looked up, and I couldn't help it, y'all. I said, "You are the most beautiful man I have ever played outside on." And he said, "How about this?" And he pulled his shirt, and he went with his hat, and he threw his hair. He was a Serbian gypsy. So I don't know anything about Serbians or gypsies, but he was beautiful. He was, I'm telling you, he was, I couldn't even breathe. I said to him, "Listen, I only need to get to 7 Dials, the Mercer Hotel. It's not even 2 blocks away. But if you will help me get my things, I have boxes of things. I've been here for a full week. I have makeup cases. I have, you know, tuxedos. I have dirty laundry. I've got," he said, don't worry, you know. Well, then I sat down in the cab, you know, and he put that ass right in my face. He's peddling that ass in my face. Well, we got to the Mercer Hotel, and we got up under the awning, and I had decided I was going to give him a $20 pound. I was going to give him 20 pounds over and above whatever it costs. So I said to him, I said, "Now what are you going to charge me for the ride over here?" He said, "Well, it depends upon what you want me to do." I thought, well, this is getting a little close to prostitution. You know, I was a young royal ambassador. And I said to myself, "Now, down, boy, down, girl," because he could have meant, it depends upon what you want me to do. Do you want me to carry your stuff in? Right. You know, and I thought, you know, I don't want to mess up and make a fool of myself. And then he leaned forward and said, you cannot fuck me. I started saying, well, you've been on that pedicab all night, dear. I'm not sure I'd want to. Nobody likes a shitty deal. I mean, well, I got so nervous. I said, but what are you going to do with the rickshaw? He didn't know what I was telling him. He goes, what? I said, what are you going to do with the rickshaw? He says, the pedicab. I said, yeah. He goes, I'm going to park it. What room are you in? I said, whatever, 5-something. And I said, but listen, I've got to come down with the key to let you up. He said, quit worrying, okay? Give me your room number. So, well, I walked in, and I was so nervous. I thought, Lord, what have I got myself into? So I'm standing there, and there's this very erect concierge, you know, the English concierge. He goes, "Ella, girl!" He had seen me make that transaction. He said, "Ella, girl!" So I said to him, I'm going to end up dead in the ditch. He said, no, he's one of our better boys. And I said, is that a tradition that they ride those pedicabs? He said, well, they're all Serbian, and they come over for the IT to go to school, and it's just a way in which to make a little extra money. I said, oh, my Lord. Well, you know, I like to help out for the IT. For the college fund, I'll contribute. Y'all listen. Here's where it gets dirty. We get upstairs, and he says, I'm going to take a shower. And I said, well, I appreciate it. And of course, he got in the shower and let the door open. And of course, I'm just trying to pretend, you know, I'm doing things, looking at it. Oh, honey, he dropped that soap about 10 times. You know, he put on a show, sewed things up. And I kept watching and looking. I thought, ooh. I mean, he was just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Then he came out and he's completely naked, and I'm not going to take my clothes off. And there's enough ugliness in this world. And here's the I said, I'm going to remain clothed. I don't know how we're going to do this. So he said to me, now listen, tonight is my football championship. That's a soccer. They call it football. And he said, I can't miss it. So, you can do whatever you want, but don't get in the way of my TV. Don't get I have never been so humiliated in my life. I sat there, you know, in some circles, I may be an Emmy-winning, award-winning actor, but right now, I'm just a damn cum dump, you know? Okay, I'm going to get one more dirty one, then I'm going to run for the hills.